Hey guys, welcome back to Supposedly Fun. I'm Greg. I am here because the Pulitzer Prizes for 2019, which are actually for things that happened in 2018, were just announced, so I want to do a reaction video. I'm feeling really smugly satisfied with myself right now because the book that won for fiction and the two finalists for fiction were all in my predictions video, which I will link down below and pop up here. First of all, the winner we got to talk about. It's The Overstory by Richard Powers. I knew that this book had a really good chance because Richard Powers was previously nominated for a Pulitzer Prize. He was a finalist in, I believe, 2006 for The Echo Maker. I mentioned that I have not read any of his books because the way his books are described to me makes them sound like a slog. They sound really dense, and I had, at the time I made the predictions video, I had absolutely no plans to read them. Ironically, now that the Pulitzer has been announced, I immediately put this book on hold in my library because I feel like the more I think about it, the more I feel like I shouldn't write him off just because his work sounds really dense. I should give it a try. And some of the things that about his writing sound very interesting. I believe The Echo Maker was supposed to mimic the sound of music. It's something about the beat or the rhythm. I haven't looked any of this up because I'm just doing a quick reaction. But, you know, it sounds like an interesting way of writing. So I feel like I should give this book a chance. I knew that it had a shot. I am a little bit surprised that it was actually the book that won. Mostly because I really had my heart set on The Great Believers or some of the other books. I really thought Asymmetry by Lisa Halliday had a shot at least at being a nominee. It was not. The other nominees, the finalists, were The Great Believers by Rebecca Makkai and They're There by Tommy Orange. And as you know, The Great Believers was the book that I predicted to win because that is what my heart demanded. It was my favorite book of 2018. I will link that video down below and pop it up here as well. I absolutely adore it. It is set in two different time periods, one in 1980s and early 1990s Chicago, when the AIDS epidemic is in full swing, and the other in Paris, close to present day, with a character who is on the periphery of the earlier section. She is now in the forefront, and it goes back and forth between those time periods. I can't sing this book's praises enough. I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm thrilled that it was a finalist. I wish it had won, but I'm absolutely thrilled that it was a finalist because I just think this book deserves to be read. It deserves to get out to a bigger audience, and I'm so happy for all of its success. Wish it had won, but I'm really glad that it made it into the final three. The other one was They're There by Tommy Orange, which I knew had a really good chance because part of the criteria for selecting a Pulitzer Prize for fiction is that it deals with American life, and I think this book really deals with American life in a very relevant, kind of urgent way, and a little bit different. We focus on race a lot, but we don't always focus on Native Americans in America. And so again, I'm really thrilled that this was a finalist. I really did enjoy this book. It was also one of my favorite books of 2018. I really like it a lot. I hope you will check all three of the books out.
Hey, it's Future Greg, aka me, while I'm editing this video to publish it on YouTube. And I wanted to add something because the more I think about this, sometimes I've heard from jurors for the Pulitzer Prize. So again, the way the Pulitzer works is you have usually a 3-person jury. They nominate 3 finalists, submit those to the Pulitzer board, and the board is the one that actually picks the winner. And what I've heard from some Pulitzer jurors over time is that they stack the deck to ensure that the book they want to win wins. So they'll nominate 1 heavy hitter and 2 smaller books. Some people believe that that is how Tinkers ended up winning. I don't remember the other finalists that year, but there's a theory that the Pulitzer jury was trying to stack the deck for one of the other books, and the board latched on to Tinkers. So you do hear about that. That I really don't think happened this year. I think the jury really picked 3 solid finalists and, from everything I've heard, a good winner. So I just thought that was really interesting and something worth noting. So there you go. Back to the rest of the video.
So really, I hope you read all 3 of these books, The Overstory and The Great Believers, and They're There. I have not read The Overstory yet. I'm going to give it a shot, but I really enjoyed both of these books. So the Pulitzer did a good job this year, although I haven't read the winner. The winner, of course, is about trees. It's a large book, but it is very critically adored, and, you know, I'm going to give it a shot. In terms of the other Pulitzer Prizes in arts and letters, The Pulitzer Prize for General Nonfiction went to Amity and Prosperity, One Family, and The Fracturing of America by Eliza Griswold. Drama went to Fairview by Jackie Sibley's Drury. And the Pulitzer Prize for History went to Frederick Douglass, Prophet of Freedom by David W. Blight. Autobiography and biography went to The New Negro, The Life of Elaine Locke by Jeffrey C. Stewart. And poetry went to Be With by Forrest Gander. I have not read any of those books. There's a reason I did not do predictions for those categories. I'm not as well versed in them. Most of the nonfiction I've read is a little bit older. I just don't have the knowledge base to make a prediction based on last year. So there we go. I was kind of hoping Uneducated was going to get in there. I did just finish that book on audio, and I'm going to be talking about it this week. So if you're interested, stay tuned for that. Anyway, let's have a little fun game. Is there anything that has come out in 2019 so far that you think could be a contender for 2019? Let me know. Of all the books that I've read that have come out in 2019, I don't think most of them are eligible because, like, Samantha Schweblin is not an American author. So, you know, I don't really have anything yet. The closest one, I guess, would be Women Talking, which I also just finished over the weekend and will be talking to you about. But Miriam Toews is Canadian, so... Yeah, she's Canadian. She lives in Toronto, so she's not eligible. So I missed again. But if you have one that you think could be a contender, let me know. And please let me know what you think of the finalists and the winner for the 2019 Pulitzer Prize for Fiction. I'll be back again. Until then, happy reading, and thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it enough to hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.